Yo, welcome back, man. Meet me on the 50, the director's corner. Back for another Thursday night edition, man, of the director's corner. We got Dr. Simon on tonight, y'all. Welcome, Dr. Simon, man. She will be on here shortly. Hope y'all day went well. Your week going good, man. We made it to Friday, man. Tomorrow is the end of the work week for most of us. If you work on weekends, man, I'm sorry to hear that. But for most of us, it's about to be the end of the week. It's been a long week for me, man. Long week for your boy. 2 nights in a row, about 3 hours of sleep. Woke up at 2 o'clock, had to go to Birmingham on Wednesday morning, get there by 8 in the morning. Got back home from Birmingham, back to DC at 2 o'clock in the morning. Had to wake up, go to work this morning. It's been rough, but you know what? We gonna make it through. Tonight's still gonna be a good interview. I thought about getting me a couple Red Bulls, but I ain't even gonna, look, I don't need it. It's natural adrenaline right here, y'all. All right, let's go, man. Hey, look, you already know what time it is, man. Flyer is up. September 15th. You know where to be. Battle for Birmingham, Legion Field, Alabama A&M, Alabama State, Miles, Stillman, Talladega, Tuskegee, man. It's about to be crazy. It's about to be the battle of the band of the fall, man. I know you hear about a lot of other events going on in the fall, early fall, mid fall. This is where you need to be at, though. Okay. Never before have these 6 bands been in the same arena. Same battle of the bands. Never happened before, man. You about to witness history with this. This is where you need to be at, all right? September 15th, Battle for Birmingham. Visit battleforbirminghambotb.com to get your tickets. They are on sale. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get this show underway. Dr. Simon will be joining us very shortly. Hey, just like we did for the last couple interviews, your questions, I need you to post them in the comments section. And I'm going to try my best to read through them while I'm doing my questions. But, yeah, go ahead and post them. Make sure you tag me so I see them. And we're going to get this thing going. All right? Let's go ahead and get it online right quick. Shout out to PYB on the beats. Make sure you visit SoundCloud.com if you need beats for any of your projects, R&B, rap, whatever, man. Look, you making a movie and you need some backing music. He got what you need. SoundCloud.com/PHUCKYOBEATS.com. All right, here we go. Make sure you hit that like button. Share this out on all your social media platforms. Let's go ahead and get Dr. Simon, the crowd that she deserves, up in here, man. What's going on, Quan? And we gonna have food out there. We got a couple vendors, man. We gonna have some good food for you. And you pick a school yet, Quan? This man like the #1 draft pick of bands, bro. You play sousaphone too? Hey, who need a good sousaphone player? Go ahead and pick up Quan, man. Yeah, let me know, man. I will announce it live on here. Don't even look. Inbox me when you make a decision. I want to go live with the school of your choice, man. We gonna do like the LeBron decision, bro. The Quan decision. Exclusive. We should do something like that, man. High school seniors, what y'all think? Y'all want to go live on here and announce your school you going to for the fall? That'd be dope, right? I know Joe Beard over at the Martian Podcast. He does something for the high school seniors too. All right, let me stop running my mouth. Let's get Dr. Simon on here. There she is. Welcome to the show, Dr. Simon. Let me get you on the screen so everybody can see you.
Okay, great.
All right, can you hear me well?
I can hear you fine, thanks.
And you know what I didn't do? I did not open the show up with Devil's Gun like I wanted to.
Oh, you said you were going to do 11 birds.
Yeah, but I was going to close out with 11 birds because that thing goes hard. Man, I'm messing up the format here, Dr. Simon.
It's okay.
You know, this is groundbreaking. This is historical right here, man. This you got me shook a little bit, man. First female band director in the SWAT.
Yep.
You know? So here we go, in the flesh, man. Welcome to the show, Dr. Simon.
Thank you.
All right, so you familiar with the show, the Director's Corner? Or how we
I
do
am
it?
familiar. I'm definitely a fan.
All right, cool. So it's very open. You know, we very free dialogue. We have the comment section. They ask questions sometime. So we're just gonna go ahead and run it. Icebreaker question for right now. Let's say lemonade, iced tea, or a mix of both, aka Arnold Palmer. What's your drink of choice?
Lemonade, definitely.
Lemonade. No, you not an iced tea girl?
No. Usually iced tea is too sweet for me, so I usually stick with lemonade.
All right, cool. Kobe or LeBron James?
I don't watch basketball.
No basketball. Okay. All right, cool.
Football, though.
So who's your football team?
Chicago Bears.
How'd that happen? Where you from? You from Memphis, right?
I am from Memphis. I was a Chicago Bears fan before we got a team in Memphis. So I didn't want to be the flaky fan and switch just because we got a team. Got you.
Yeah, because I know a lot of folks out of Memphis. I know a lot of Indianapolis Colts fans from Memphis. I know a lot of Cowboy fans from Memphis for some reason, man. I guess Cowboy fans everywhere. Bless their heart.
Yeah. Bless their heart. You're right.
Bless their heart, man. I can't do nothing with them. You know, we all can't make good decisions in life, but you know.
We won't hold it against them.
Can't hold it against them, man. But anyway, congratulations on your new appointment as
Thank you.
Band director for the first female band director in the SWAT. I mean, how's it feel?
Yeah. Again, I've said it in a couple interviews. It hadn't hit me yet. I go to work and I'm doing all the same stuff I've always done. So I think that first game, I think that's when it's gonna hit me. Yeah. For a split second, they I got the proof for my business cards and it said director of bands, and I had a little moment right then. Right. But right now, it still feels the same.
Wow. Well, how big is your staff right now?
Oh, okay. So we have two band directors. We're actually in the hiring stage for the new associate to take my spot. So hopefully we'll be able to make an announcement next week on that. We have Ms. Fulvia Ford, who is our Satin Doll sponsor. We have somebody new joining us this year, Carmen Williams, who's going to help us with our flags, and our announcer, Desmond.
Wow. Okay. Cool. So where are you from? Well, you from Memphis.
I am.
You went to college at Valley as well, right?
I did. Yes.
Okay. What high school did you go to?
I graduated from Fairleigh High School.
And you started playing the clarinet back then. How early on did you start playing clarinet?
I started playing clarinet in 7th grade. Bands is our 7th grade in Memphis. 7th grade, I played saxophone and clarinet in high school. And in college, I started off on clarinet and I played mellophone in the marching band for a minute, and I ended on sousaphone.
Wow. I'm a woodwind player myself, and I've been trying to teach myself, the embouchure on trumpet and mellophone. It's just so different. It's so different. So I mean, you started out on clarinet and saxophone. How was the transition going to brass? I mean, how long did that take you to master that embouchure?
Actually, my brother played trumpet in the band, and so when he would bring his instrument home to practice, I would practice on his horn. So I learned how to play trumpet. I taught myself how to play trumpet in high school.
Wow.
So when I got to college, I could already play mellophone.
Wow. So, all right. So what's a quick rundown of some of the programs that Dr. Simon has blessed, has been a part of?
Well, I got my first band job in Memphis. I taught at Tresvant High School in North Memphis. I left there and I taught at Whitehaven for a few years, also in Memphis. I left there and started working on my grad degrees. And I taught at Coahoma Community College for 3 years, and I left there and came to Valley.
Wow, so Coahoma, man, they making some waves too.
They are.
You went to that program when? When did you start teaching there at Coahoma?
Oh my gosh. Let's see. I came to Valley 2 years ago. That's 17, 16, 15, 14. So 14, I got
Wow.
to home, I think.
Yeah, yeah. That's about the time when they started making some serious waves around that time too. About a year or two after that, right?
Oh, okay. Sure. I'll take it.
Yeah, yeah. So you were head director over there?
I started off as the assistant. I was assistant for 2 years under James McLeod, who's also a Valley graduate. The last year I was there, I was the head director.
Nice, nice, nice. So the title director. I mean, like, how did you know that was going to be for you? I mean, you started out as a bandsman. You know, we all started out as a bandsman. What was that? What was that decision? Like, what sparked that in you? Say, you know what? I want to lead from the top. Like, what was that about? How did that transition go?
Well, that's an interesting question because I didn't want to be a band director. I was in high school, just playing clarinet. My band director was he actually was the first person to tell me, you could actually do something with this. You're good enough to where you can go to college and major in music. And I was like, you can't major in music and make no money. He was like, yes, you can. So I went to college and I wanted to be a professional clarinetist with the London Symphony. That was my dream. That's what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And, that's kind of like saying you want to be Beyonce.
Oh,
And,
I'm not familiar with. You say you want to be a clarinetist in what?
the London Symphony.
In the okay. I heard, yeah.
And so I didn't realize how much you had to practice to do that. And I love clarinet, but I don't love it that much.
Yeah.
So I went into teaching.
Got you. So, along with yourself, Dr. Roebuck down at Grambling,
Yes.
she has also been appointed as head director for another band in the SWAC. Have you had a chance to speak with her since her announcement?
We keep missing each other. She's left me messages. I've left her messages, and we just have not connected yet.
Wow. I mean, that's crazy. I mean, you talking about just shattering glass ceilings. I mean, I know I keep going back to how's it feel, but I don't think I think it's going to hit you once you across the field from a band. You say, you know what? This is my thing right here. Like right. This is, I can't wait. So who's the, what's your first game? I haven't looked at your schedule yet. Do you know,
Tennessee State is our first game, August 31st.
You gonna be ready? Tennessee State don't play. You know you gonna be ready?
I'm always ready.
Always ready.
Always ready.
Man. So how important is it right now for younger female, younger, let's say people pursuing this same career path that you're in right now, younger female educators in the making. What do you see as this? How important is it right now for what's going on historically in the SWAC, especially what you got going on?
I've never been one of those type people that's like females doing something against males doing something. It never really occurred to me that was a thing. We go to, I'm a teacher. I go to work and I teach every day. I just so happen to be a band director, which also just so happens to be a male dominated field.
Right.
It kind of hit me that being a female and a band director is really a big thing. When I was at Whitehaven, I remember we were having a meeting and everybody kept treating me. They treated me different there when we were in a meeting with all the band directors in the city. And I was like, why are y'all treating me different? It's like you're a woman. We're supposed to treat you different. We're supposed to look out for you. And I was just like, wait a minute, what?
Yeah.
You really? But even in this time, in this moment, in time, it's definitely a feminism movement going around, not just the country, the world. With all the things that are happening in various places, people are starting to pay more attention to women in every field.
I mean, you see a lot more of the schools who historically had male drum major lines. You see a lot of the schools bringing in female drum, even listen, one might have got head drum major at Alcorn, I believe.
Yeah, I saw that.
And then, so you look at some of the coaches. You never seen a female coach for a football coach. That's going to happen. At some point that may happen. It's the way that we're going. It's equality across the board. So I wouldn't be surprised if that happened at some point. Maybe the Chicago Bears. Could you see that happen?
Possibly. I'd be right there.
Yeah. So what is Dr. Simon, in your opinion? Let's say, you've seen what other directors at Valley have brought to the table. What's some of the things we can look forward to in what Dr. Simon's band program? You know, what are you going to bring to Mississippi Valley State's band program? That's, you know.
Well, it's been a minute, since we had somebody from the school at the school. I do plan to bring some of the traditions back that we had, but I also am going to try and involve our program into where we can be more competitive with the other schools. Definitely, we're working on numbers. We're working on bringing distinctive sound back to Valley. It's going to be a Valley sound. So when you hear it, you'll be like, oh, yeah, oh, that's Valley. I can tell it's Valley. We're going to have a different marching style. I've been planning this for, forever. So I'm definitely excited about that first show.
I'm excited to hear you say that because, I'm sure you're familiar with your own band program, but like I want to say the 80s, 70s, but like Valley was known to have a similar, like more of a core style feel to your band program, but y'all blew. It's like the sound was so, it had like that drum and bugle corps kind of sound to it. And I want to say I compare it something like to Norfolk State. How they have a similar of a core style vibe to them. They're very, very militant style, but they're full. Volume is full, man. That's what Valley used to sound. So when you say get back to that traditional sound, is that something that you're thinking about, getting back to that kind of core style kind of look, or you gonna keep it show style?
Well, I have conversations with people all the time, and I have yet to see tapes or video where we were like strictly core style. I tell people all the time we're a show style band that has some core elements in it. When I think of core style, I think of those DCI bands, and we were never that I can see. I haven't found anybody to corroborate that we were fully core, but I am planning to bring back some of those core elements. But we're gonna stay a show style band.
You're gonna leave Devil's Gun in place though, right?
Absolutely.
All right. And I heard that it's been different arrangements of it, different versions. It was one. I think it was from 2013. What year was it? Maybe 2013. But that arrangement, that's the one. Are you gonna rewrite it or are you gonna leave it as is?
No. I think we've learned our lesson with that one. We're definitely gonna leave it like it is. That's one of those things you just shouldn't touch.
Right. So what's the story behind Devil's Gun? How'd that come about? When was the history? What's the history? When did it start? When was that implemented at the school?
I have no idea. It's been Devil's Gun for as long as I can remember. That's we actually have some people, a committee working on our archives to find out all of that information. We've had a lot of people come through there, so we're trying to make sure we get the numbers and all the facts right. So as far as when Devil's Gun started, I have no idea. It's been there as long as I can remember.
I'm gonna have to make that my own homework. I'm gonna look into find that out. I want to know now. So you are in the state of Mississippi, Dr. Simon. You got two other monsters in the SWAC right there with you. You got Alcorn and you got Jackson State right there.
Right.
So we're in the season of recruitment right now. How is that a challenge right now? Or what's your approach?
Recruitment is always a challenge. It never stops. It's 24/7. Somebody posted that the other day on Facebook. I was like, it's not 24/7. It's 25/8.
Yeah.
Recruiting. I even started the hashtag. We're always recruiting. I've been out to some different places. We were a little late to the game this year with as far as recruiting, but we're still giving out money. We still have scholarships available. I got an audition video from somebody today where I just sent out 2 scholarships the other day. So we're still recruiting.
Yeah, and even on top of that, I believe Valley is one of the schools who waive out-of-state fees.
Absolutely. We have no out-of-state fees. Everybody pays the same price at Valley.
There you go. So you watching this, you're a high school senior, you don't want to pay extra to leave your state. You may have found a home at Valley right here. Go ahead and hit up Dr. Simon. She will
absolutely
take care of you. So what I'll do right now, Dr. Simon, I'm going to go ahead and look through the comments. Any questions that's come so far, we're going to try to run through a couple of these.
Okay, cool.
All right, so Dimitri Thornton says, what adjustments will she make to make sure Valley is a talked about band in the band world?
Oh, that's easy. We're working on writing our shows. We actually have the first few shows done. We're doing some different things. We have a set intro that we're going to be doing for most of the games that's Valley's never done before. I dare say nobody in the SWAC has an intro that looks like this one. We're going to put letters on the field that in a way that nobody else has done before. Nobody in the SWAC has done before. I'll say that. I'm sure it's been done before. But I don't know. I just always felt a show should be a show. So our shows are definitely going to be different. Even, like I said, our sound and our marching style, all of that's going to be different next year.
Quan, he's actually a high school senior as well, plays sousaphone. He asked, what's your take on student arrangers?
Actually, most of our pieces last year came from student arrangers. We have some really talented people in our group. They submit us things. We look over them, and we try and mentor those students to essentially be great, so they can go forward with that. But yeah, we always welcome student arrangers.
All right, cool. So let's go get back to my lineup right here. So, band directors, No, I already asked you this question. Right? I'm messing my. Let me run it back. I'm running on 4 hours of sleep, Dr. Simon. So you gotta bear with me a little bit. We gonna run through it though. So what are your thoughts on mass bands? These all-star bands.
I actually, I like mass bands. I started out being one of the, I'm not gonna say started out, but I was actually once a all-star band director. I was one of the directors for the Memphis All-Star Group.
Get out of here.
When we first got started, I was one of the directors. I was there for 2 or 3 years, and I think it's kids on the horn over the summer. As a band director, I can't be mad at that at all. Now, I do say that's an opportunity for them to just to wild out. That's definitely what that's for. But when they come home, they have to bring that back in. But it's kids on the horn over the summer going to band practice. I can't be mad at that.
Yeah, I mean, it's their time to let loose a little bit. Like you said, you just have to break them out of some bad habits. Maybe come band camp.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you mentioned that this is a male-dominated sport. When the whole process was going on as far as who was going to be head director at Valley. I want to say Brother Nathan Heyman, his name was in that bid. Did you guys ever communicate at all during the process?
Yeah, he reached out to me. We've had a phone conversation. He did.
Yeah. So, it's rumors that he may end up at Texas Southern. It hasn't been confirmed yet, but yeah, it was definitely interesting. I didn't know he was even one of the front runners at Valley until I talked to him. He kind of let me know. So, it's good. I hope it works out for him down there at Texas Southern.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
All right, so you guys had a battle of bands last year versus Stillman and Kahoma.
I knew that was gonna come up. Yes, sir. We
had
did.
to come up, and it's just it was so shocking because you typically don't see Valley at these kind of battles, and I was glad y'all was there because it shows me that y'all are turning a new leaf and you trying to become more competitive and things like that. What was that experience like?
All of that was very interesting. I've always said since the beginning, we have a hard time recruiting at Valley because we don't travel. We're not out there like the other bands, and so my whole thing is I want to make us more visible to the public, and I think that'll definitely help us with our recruitment. So that was an opportunity. I was approached by actually an alumnus of Mississippi Valley. He actually used to be a drum major. Gerald was promoting the event and asked us, did we want to be a part of it? And I was like, absolutely. Yeah. Because that's just my nature. I love stuff like that. Sometimes I have to tone it down a little bit and bring myself back down to earth. But yeah, I love opportunities like that.
But that's so stereotypical because, people would think, oh man, we got a female director. She ain't going to be about that smoke. She's not going to want to be competitive with these other. But to hear, y'all heard her say out of her mouth, she is about that action, so don't try her,
Definitely.
Yeah. So what are some of the bands that you get more excited for? As far as seeing, do you get excited for all bands equally, or is there certain ones that you look forward to seeing more than others?
Well, it's a band. So first off, I love that anyway. It's some students coming together to make music. So I'm in love with that part of it anyway. But there are certain bands that I like certain things from. Like if I want to hear a ballad, it's definitely going to be Tennessee State or NCAT. I love their ballads. A power song, a blow band with power, definitely Southern. It's different things I like out of different bands. I'm a fan of everybody though.
Yeah. You said so. You mentioned NCAT. So what are some of the MEAC bands that you like outside of North Carolina A&T? I'm not a band head per se. I'm more of a music head. I don't even know who's in the NCAT. Yeah, we got Norfolk. So it's Norfolk State. We got Bethune-Cookman, obviously. We got FAMU. SC State, Morgan State, Delaware
Okay,
State.
so
Yeah,
definitely Bethune. Bethune would get that. Bethune and NCAT for me.
Right.
Now, don't get me wrong. I mean, I like all of them, but there are some, I follow more than others.
So can we expect Valley to hit the road a little more this season? I know funding is obviously the deciding factor on that, but what can we expect to see y'all go as far as away games this year?
We're doing 3 away games this year. We're doing Tennessee State, of course, on the 31st.
Okay.
One of my alma maters.
Yeah.
So that's going to be interesting. We're doing Alcorn, and I think the other one is Grambling.
Ooh.
No,
That's
Grambling
good.
comes to us. Let me take that back. Grambling comes to us. Who is it? I can't even remember who the third one is, but it's the typical away games we go to.
So you said Alcorn, you said Tennessee State, and one more. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome, man. So you are part of several organizations. I read a little bit of your bio. You're part of Tau Beta Sigma,
I am.
and you're Zeta Phi Beta as well, right?
I am. Yeah.
All right. So as far as the music Greek side, what is the importance that you think music Greeks play to the band programs?
It's a service organization. That's what I try, and I'm also the advisor. One of the advisors at Valley. It's a service organization, and it's a service organization to the band. I try and make sure we have, we stay along that road. It's not about parties and whatever, the Divine Nine are doing. It's a service organization to the band, and we just try and make sure that's what we follow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So how that, you pledged both in undergrad or?
I did.
You did. So how'd you balance out band and Greek life and all that? How'd you balance and school, obviously, because you're a doctor. How'd you balance the education and academic side and all that?
Man, let me tell you, my undergrad, I don't remember much. I tell people all the time, I definitely had fun my undergrad year. People will bring up, you remember that time the band went to Chicago? I was like, wait a minute, we went to Chicago? I juggled so many things in my undergrad. But education I've always used education as a way for me to be successful. I come from a background where I didn't have a lot. My mom did the best she could with what she had, and we didn't have a lot growing up. But I was always told, you go to school, you get your work. You can you don't have to live like that. So that was easy for me. Education was easy. I know to go to class. I know to do my work.
Yeah. So, these new directors, let's say, the ones coming up behind you, give them a little bit of advice. They're going to be graduating soon and maybe getting their first band program this fall or next fall. You've been in the game for a minute, so, what are some gems that they can use and take with them to kind of just keep in the back of their mind?
I always try, when I give like seminars on music education, I always try and make sure I tell band directors, be a band director. It's so much to being a band director. You have to be a teacher. I've gone into programs. I remember I went into one program and I was helping the students over with some music, and a band director walked in and said, "You got music stands out? Oh, that's so cute. You got music stands." I was like, "Wait a minute, how do you teach music?" You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So. Be a teacher. Teach those kids. The minute you let them start writing fingerings and notes on a sheet of paper, you might as well hang it up, because you set that kid up for failure. And I see it so often, and it's, it kills me every single time that I see it, because I know that kid's gonna try out for somebody's school, and I know that kid, is not gonna get the money that he deserved. And the thing is, even when I get those kids in my program, I'm like, look, it's not your fault. It's because it's not. Kids don't know what they don't know. If you didn't teach them, it's not their fault, and I'm not going to hold it against them. You come in my program and you have deficiencies in reading and everything, we'll give you a shot, but it's up to you to be better, because now that you know better, you have to do better. So I always try and make sure I tell, beginning band directors, be a teacher. Yeah. There's so much focus now on being loud and being big, like that we've just completely ended, and you as a woodwind player see this. There are no woodwinds in bands anymore. It's so brass, because it's all about being loud. The louder you are, the better you are. The bigger you are, the better you are. I hear so many videos, and people be like, "Oh my God, they what's the word? They're cranking." They're big and they're good, and I'm just like, y'all hear those notes coming out of those horns? Just because that note came out, don't make it right. You know what I'm saying? But we don't have the woodwinds in the band, so we don't have that blend. We don't have that sound. Sure enough, woodwinds are not loud for marching band, but they blend out that sound. But, the newer band directors, they like loud and they like big. So I try and explain to them that that's, everything is a choice. You can't tell people how to run their program, but hopefully, make wise choices.
But I mean, what do you think is the factor that's driving that mentality of louder is better? Like, who's responsible for that? It started somewhere,
Yeah, I see a lot of high school bands turning in the ways of the all-star band. It used to be that they wanted to emulate the colleges, but now it's more like everybody wants to emulate the all-star bands. And we've just mentioned it before. All-star. When you hear all-star band, you're just looking for to give it to you. That's all you're really looking for with an all-star band. And when you start going that route, well, you've taken balance out of the equation. You've taken, structured chords out of the equation. You've taken melody and counter melody. You've taken all of that stuff out, because the whole point of all-star is to be loud, is to be big and to be loud.
But you got to think that it's dynamic. I know loud is loud, but to add some variety to an arrangement, you're gonna have some dynamics, and then when you have your part with a brass mellow it out, you can have your saxes and clarinets running wild and back and forth. This is why we have the counter melodies and all that. You would think that, you can still crank and still have counter melodies with your woodwinds. Well, I see some bands like Tennessee State, they are infamous for that. Their clarinet section's about, 20 deep, something like that?
20. Sometimes it's more like 50 of them, looks like. Yeah.
So, you do have to have strength in numbers in woodwinds to balance out all that brass, but it's possible. I think that you don't take everybody off and put them on mellophone. That ain't the way you balance it out, but hey, right. So that's some good tips right there. Let me go through the comment section one more time.
All right.
Somebody asked, what are your 5 favorite HBCU bands?
Absolutely, I have to pick Valley first.
Valley first, of course.
Yeah. I've always loved Tennessee State's band. Let's see, that's 2. Like I said, NCAT, Jackson State. I can't even stop at 5. Like, I like a lot of band programs. Well,
let me ask you this. Who would you say would be Valley's #1 rival in the SWAC? Like, who do you see him like, I don't like that? Well, not like, but you really want to give it to that band. There's something about that band. Any program in particular that Valley just don't really care for too much?
I'm not gonna say doesn't really care for, but I'm telling you, our campus turns up for a Jackson State game. Let me tell you. Yeah. I don't necessarily see them as a rival per se, as in the definition of rival. I see it as good, healthy competition. Like, Jackson State is pretty serious on Valley's campus. Yeah.
All right, so what do you focus on to make a smaller band sound good? I think she just kind of went over that a little bit about balance, and you can elaborate on that if you want to.
Arranging. Your arrangements as a small band, if you don't write your arrangements correctly, will kill your band. I'm telling you, block chords for a small band will change your entire sound if you writing in block chords. For me, that's what's worked for me.
Okay. Do you see Valley competing in any of the Battle of the Bands coming up this fall? Have you had any invites yet?
We've had one invite kind of in passing, and this is a really big one. But I don't want to bring that up. I don't want to say anything until I know for sure, what's going to happen. We've been invited to a few things, but the promoters are just kind of, it's kind of flaky. So
okay. You can't have no flaky promoters out here. But I tell you what, if that battle is not on September 15th, then you know where you need to be at. I'm gonna send you 2 tickets, Dr. Simon.
Okay, I think that's an open week for us. I'll check. But I might be able to make that. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I got you. I will definitely reach out to you offline and get your information because I gotta get you there.
Okay.
All right, let's see if we got any more questions in here from the people. I know y'all have some questions for Dr. Simon. Come on, all y'all in here. Let's see, Alcorn, FAMU. Y'all being shy. Okay. All right. So if the kids want to reach out to you and want to, apply for the band, apply for the school, what's the best way to reach Mississippi Valley State University band program?
Email. I'm really good about returning emails. My email is Kerry.Simon, is KERRY.Simon, SIMON, @MVSU.edu.
And there you have it right there. Who do you think is going to rock the house at the Birmingham Battle of the Bands? And let me go ahead and run to the schools real quick. We got Talladega College, Tuskegee University, Miles College, Alabama A&M, Alabama State, and Stillman.
Oh, I'm very familiar with who's gonna be there. I got my money on A&M.
A&M gonna rock the house.
Yeah, my boy Warren over there. Yeah, I got my money on A&M.
And you know what? I was talking to Mr. Wright, man. Typically they don't really participate in a lot of these kind of battles, but when I went to go visit him, he said, "Look, I told my drum majors, I told everybody, come band camp is on. We getting ready for this thing." So I gotta. Right. You might be right. See here. Who would you like to see Valley go up against that Valley doesn't see that often?
You know what? I don't know. I'm one of those people. If you run up, you go get done up.
There you go. Look, yeah. Hey, I like your style, Dr. Simon. I like your style. How do you feel about high schools, middle schools, and elementary schools downgrading band programs and even taking them out of the schools? Period.
Yeah, that's an obvious mistake. There actually has been. I'm a big researcher too. It's been some research done that it's. Reading, math, all of that kind of just core stuff, and that's it. That doesn't make for a well-rounded adult. When we get to the point, the thing is, I preach this and I preach this and I preach this. It's all about the test now. We're not even creating adults who are critical thinkers anymore. We're creating adults that know how to take a test. When I get a student in my class, they have no creativity about their writing. They write like they're taking a test. We're killing kids with all that stuff. We need arts in the schools 100% to create a well-rounded adult. We don't have well-rounded adults. We don't have, like I said, critical thinkers. We got adults, and once you get out of school and you're done taking those tests, you get in a job place and you can't even think for yourself. Because you haven't been taught. You've been taught to take tests. And taking arts out of the schools is part of that problem. I can't even fathom, not being able to take band, not being able to do music. When I was in school, band saved my life. I tell people all the time, if it had not been for band, 100% I would not be alive today. I can tell you right now, I know I wouldn't. Yeah. So, to take that away from a child and right now you hear about kids and black kids committing suicide. You never used to hear about stuff like that. You never used to hear about children killing themselves on a regular basis, because it's so many pressures. Band was a place where everybody could come and, we could just relax. You create lifelong friendships. Right. And I couldn't imagine not having that. So to take arts out of the schools, 100% is a bad idea.
But not even just lifelong friends, but lifelong skills. I mean, you figure you learning team building.
Right.
You're shown how a rank structure works and how to work towards achieving, different statures in an organization, from the band member to section leader, the drum major, so ultimately like yourself, band director. It's life skills that you learn in band programs that people don't really take account for, So
right.
I feel you 100%. For someone who is so musically inclined, how do you pick your drum majors? do they need to be musically inclined or just be good showmen?
So I believe the drum majors should be leaders of the band. To be a leader in the band, you have to be able to lead. You have to have some leadership qualities. You have to have the respect of people in the band. Not only that, but you need to be able to give direction. If you don't know how music works, then you can't give direction. If you don't understand how shows go, you can't help me on that field. I need some help. That's what I look for in my drum majors. If I walk away from that podium to take an important phone call, what happens then? If the assistant is doing something else and are you able, to handle that position? I look for somebody that can help me lead the band. My drum majors are essentially mini band directors.
Yeah.
That's what I look for in drum majors.
You're supposed to be an extension of your band director. That's the way I was taught when I was drum major at Morgan State. That's the way it was explained to me. So, every band, different strokes, different folks, different positions or whatever, different responsibilities. All right, so the kids that are let's say high school seniors that are coming to Valley this fall, what will Valley offer them that you see that another band program or another institution may not offer them by not coming to Valley State, by not coming to Valley? What's your opinion on that?
Well, actually, with our campus, we're a small school. We have small enrollment. We have a smaller band. I take pride in, I know the names of all of my students. It's not, that tuba player that's from Birmingham or something like that. I know my kids by name. I know some of their parents. I know their story. I know what they're going through, so I can help them. With different things. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not a nurturer. I'm not gonna come and hug you and love you and all that kind of stuff. I'm a tough love kind of person. I give you what you need to be successful in life, because that's what my band directors did for me. When you come to Valley, you get all of that. You have to maintain a GPA to keep your scholarship. We are on those GPAs all the time. If your grades fall, then I'm sorry. That's the way the world works.
Yeah.
Like I said, we're a tough love organization. We make sure you have what you need to be successful, but we're a small organization, so we have that hands-on treatment with our students.
There you go. And like she said earlier, scholarships are still available for all instruments. Go ahead and tell them that email address one more time, Dr. Simon.
Kerry.simon@mvsu.edu. KERRY.SIMON@mvsu.edu.
And that's it right there. I want to thank you for being on the show tonight, Dr. Simon. You have any questions for me?
Man. Oh, no. Like I said, I'm definitely a fan. I appreciate the invite.
Man, this is awesome. So what we're going to do is I'm going to close out with two songs. Since we didn't do the first one, we're going to do, what was the song you said?
You wanted to play 11 Birds?
11 Birds. I got that one queued up, and we're going to close out after that with my song, Devil's Gun, man. That's like the best fight song in the HBCU.
Ever. Right. Best fight song ever. You're right.
Man. So I appreciate it again, Dr. Simon. I can't wait to meet you in person. Hopefully, I'll see you on the 15th. I'm going to get your information because I need you at that Battle of the Bands.
Okay.
All right. It's good talking to you, and I'll see you soon.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye. Hey, just like that, man, that was an awesome interview with Dr. Simon down there at Mississippi Valley State. Man, she's an awesome person. I can tell that program is going to be phenomenal, under her leadership right there, man. So, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and close out with a couple songs from Valley. Thank y'all for all the questions, man. Y'all asked some good ones. Before we go, though, make sure you have bought your ticket 4th Battle for Birmingham. Going down September 15th. You see the schools. You know it's about to be crazy. You know you need to be there. Pre-sale tickets are on sale now. You will save $5 by buying it now versus July 15th when they go up to regular price. So go ahead and go to battleforbirmingham.botb.com and get your discounted ticket. Group tickets are open too. So you want to bring your band program? Go ahead and do that. I'm working with different hotels. I'm gonna find us a good host hotel, maybe a few of them. That information will be provided to you by next week. But yeah, Battle for Birmingham, y'all. Legion Field, Birmingham, Alabama, September 15th. All right. So let's go ahead and close out strong with. Let's just do Devil's Gun. Man, ain't nothing like that fight song right there, man. And I got one more. This was from Valley vs. Stillman last year. Yeah. All right, man. We gonna go ahead and wrap it up just like that, y'all. This has been the Director's Corner. This has been Dr. Simon, newest band director, the new band director at Mississippi Valley State, man. I'm looking forward to see what kind of waves they gonna make this fall, man. She said they gonna be traveling to Alcorn. She said she's going to see Tennessee State, and she got one more away game, man. So we gonna find out what that third school is. If you have not already, go ahead and hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. We out here every Thursday, man. In the meantime, in between time, make sure you, hey, look, if you in the Mississippi area, Jackson, Mississippi, you saw my live on Tuesday. Go ahead and go to the Independent Showdown Battle of the Bands, hosted by Mississippi Alumni All-Star Band. That's this coming the 29th of this month. That's next Saturday, I believe. All right, go ahead and get out there, man. It's gonna be a crazy event. New Orleans gonna be out there. Mississippi Alumni All-Stars. You got GAM, a Georgia Mass Band. You got Memphis Mass Band, 337, leaving off somebody. Yeah, but yeah, you need to get out there and support. All right, I'm gonna see y'all next Thursday for another episode of the Director's Corner. Till then, I'm gonna holler at y'all later, man. We out of here.